guys, welcome back to my channel. If you want to learn how to do a full set of Gel X, keep on watching. My client sets usually last them 4 weeks plus. It's all about prep and it's all about application. Let me give you my tips and tricks on how to make them last. First things first, we start off with prep. Push back the cuticles, remove cuticles. That's an optional step. And I'm going in with a 180 grit sanding band. I have my RPMs, which are rotations per minute, at a 5,000 RPM. As you guys can tell in this video, I etched her natural nail first before I went in with the cuticle, because the original plan was to not remove my client's cuticle. But she did ask me if I can please remove it, so I did. Now, in that case, I would have removed cuticle before I went in with my 180 grit sanding band. But again, it's the same thing, just reversed. Now, you just want to be very careful when doing this step. As you guys can see, it does look like I am pulling her skin, just because the video is sped up. But you need to be very gentle. Make sure you cut and do not pull. For my next step, I like to dehydrate the nails with 100% pure acetone. You can go ahead and use any dehydrator. For me personally, I found that 100% pure acetone does the best job. After acetone, I like to go in with primer. Now, this primer or any primer does not have to go into the light. You don't have to cure the primer unless told so by the company. Now, I always get asked, why do I use base coat on the natural nail? Let's throw it back a little bit. Base coat is the foundation of a gel enhancement. In this case, Gel X is the gel enhancement. So we need a foundation. That is where the base coat comes to play. Add a thin layer of base coat to the natural nail and I cure for 30 seconds. We want that inhibition layer, is the tacky layer after curing. Please do not wipe it off. It will defeat the purpose. After we go ahead and cure both hands, we are going to go in with application of the tips. My favorite gel glue is APRE's Extend Gel. Want to make sure you previously etch the tips before you even prep the nails, or the nails can get contaminated with the dust. Be very careful. Now, I always say angle, hit, lay, and slay, because that application method does wonders. As you guys can see, I angle the tip, I hit cuticle, and I lay. While I am laying, the tip is slightly going up, which means it's going away from the eponychium. You want to make sure there is a gap between the tip and the eponychium. That's also going to make it very easy to blend. Now for shaping, I like to use a 100/100 hand file. I always get asked, how can I do the C curve? I'm actually holding down my client's finger while my file is angled at a 45 degree. You want to be very careful here, since gel does file off a lot faster, because remember, gel is softer. If your clients do not like the C-curve look, all you have to do is file up and down straight. Don't angle your hand file. Now to seal that cuticle, I am using a 180 grit sanding band at a 5,000 RPM and very gently going around that cuticle area. You want to make sure you are not angling your E-file. Keep the E-file nice and flat to that tip. That is how you avoid indentations on the nail. This step is going to make the tips look natural. Now, as you guys can see, I'm only filing halfway of the tip. Do not file the whole nail tip. If you do, the tip is going to get weak since it is already a pre-made tip made out of gel. You do not have to file. That will cause breakage. This is where my buffer comes in. I use a medium grit buffer and start to buff the tips. A buffer does not remove as much product as a hand file or an e-file would. This step is going to help the gel polish adhere a lot better. Remember, if it's slick, it's not going to stick. So we do still have to create texture. So after we're done with the buffer, we are going to go back in with 100% pure acetone. I like to use a cleanup brush to go around that cuticle area and also brush the whole nail. Now, what this step is going to do is melt the top layer of the Gel X tip. It is basically going to act like a inhibition layer. Now, you do not have to add a base coat to an enhancement, but I think it's fair to say we all have trust issues. So I like to do this step just to make sure my polish is not going anywhere. Now I'm going in with CV Nail Supply's Clear Pink Lake, one of my most used colors. Remember, thin layers. If you were to do thick layers of gel polish, your gel can wrinkle and not fully cure. So you want to make sure you go in with thin layers of gel and build up. Remember, after the color is all cured, we're gonna go in with our top coat. My favorite top coat is from Kupa. The shine, the consistency, it's just amazing. After applying top coat, I like to go in with my 100-100 hand file and file the free edge. We want to make it look crispy, nice and sharp. And we finish it off with cuticle oil. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!